It's the Dr. Holiday Show, solving all of your holiday conundrums, one celebration at a time.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to March. Also, welcome to the Dr. Holiday Show, known as the Dr. Christmas Show when we get closer to the holidays, which, in fact, are roughly only about 298 days away. But who's counting? Probably not you, just me. In the meantime, we have lots of other holidays to talk about as we build up to the holiday season. And right now, we are in March. That's right, spring is almost here. My job is to keep you posted on all the holidays in front of you, the big ones and the not-so-big ones that you may not know about. All the reasons to help you celebrate, stay in the moment, and make time slow down just a little bit as you gather those memories. This month, I'm here to chat with you about March roaring in like a lion and going out like a lamb, the origins of spring cleaning, and why those cute little girls are standing out front of the grocery stores wearing green uniforms. There's lots to talk about, so let's get to it. First, let's do a quick rundown of the big holidays that we celebrate in March. And these are also on my monthly newsletter, Holiday Expressions. If you don't get my monthly newsletter, you can sign up for it at drchristmas.com. That's drxmas.com. Go to the site, type in your email address, and opt in. And once a month, you'll get the Holiday Expressions newsletter that updates you on all major holidays and big celebrations coming up in the month. It's fun, and it's free, and it's probably in your junk box if you think you're already on the mailing list. So if you drag it into your inbox, it'll keep going there every month. Thanks for signing up. And please share the newsletter and the website with all of your friends and family and people you might think are interested in learning more about all holidays. So March 4th, this Sunday night, brings us Oscar night, and that's going to be hosted by Jimmy Kimmel, and this is the 90th awards show. Crazy. If you go to the newsletter, you can catch all of Entertainment Weekly's predictions and who's nominated for what. So that's a great site to look really smart if you're invited to an Oscar party, and maybe you'll win the fill in the blank here award. Also, you may not know, but March 1st is National Peanut Butter Lovers Day. So make yourself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and enjoy. Somebody just asked me the other day, when was the last time you had a PB&J? And it's been a while, so I think it's time. Sunday, March 11th is Daylight Savings Time, so don't forget to spring forward. That means pushing your clock forward. I know, losing an hour of sleep, but you'll wake up to a day that has a much longer daylight time. So when you leave work, it won't be in the dark. Then we've got Tuesday, March 13th, which starts March Madness for all of you basketball fans. Make sure you get those brackets in at the company pool so that you can win some money. And St. Patrick's Day this year is on a Saturday, March 17th. A good time to go to your favorite pub, an Irish bar, and let loose a little bit because it is a weekend and not a school night. So enjoy yourself and make sure you've got a designated driver or you're ride-sharing to the pub so that you can continue to have good luck like the Irish and get to work the following week nice and safe. The first day of spring is March 20th, officially the start of springtime. Along with all of those holidays, we've got a few really not so famous ones, but ones that I think are pretty cool, in addition to the National Peanut Butter Lovers Day. Did you know that March 14th is National Pie Day? Not the pie that we eat, but the PI pie, you know, the 3.14. Why? Because, well, it's 3.14, which means March 14th. What better day to celebrate pie? I don't know how many decimals you can go in. I don't remember many other than, what is it, 3.14512? Heck, I don't even really remember. But just know it's National Pie Day for those of you that like PI. Okay, curious ones, I'll give you an official pie, 6 digits in, 3.141592. There you go. We also know that March roars in like a lion and out like a lamb. And where does that come from? Well, it's a lot like Punxsutawney Phil and the whole Groundhog's Day that we celebrate in February. Back in the day when they didn't really have the weather almanac, They figured out that supposedly if March came in and roared, meaning bad weather, lots of rain, or inclement weather, that it usually went out quietly and became a beautiful spring. Thus, we have that proverb of roaring in like a lion and going out like a lamb. Now, there's another lesser known holiday, which falls on March 12th. And I guess it's not really a holiday, more of a landmark date that we truly should celebrate. Thank all those lovely ladies in front of the grocery stores that want us to gain hundreds of pounds because their wares are delicious. I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of those cookies in those boxes that are sold in the springtime. Yep, that's it. The date that we celebrate the beginnings of, you guessed it, Girl Scouts. Back in 1912, a beautiful lady by the name of Lady Olav Baden-Powell, yes, that was her name, was married to a gentleman, Mr. Robert Baden-Powell, who actually started the Boy Scouts. She was all into, obviously, hiking and camping and the great outdoors, along with being quite a sportsman, liking to play tennis and all the other kind of athletic games. I guess I should call that sports lady, but you know what I mean. She was also many years younger than him. The big scandal back then is he was already in his 50s and she was in her 20s when they were married. But she met him and thought he was the most interesting man in the world. And perhaps he was. The two hit it off. But of course, the uproar came when her husband created the Boy Scouts of America and girls wanted to participate. Lady Olive started what was originally called Girl Guides. Girl Guides began back in 1912. The very first gathering took place in Savannah, Georgia, and officially became the Girl Scouts closer to 1916 and developed into what it is today. So thank you, Lady Olive. She created the Girl Scouts of America. So when you're out and about at the grocery store and you see a bunch of Girl Scouts in front, you might ask them if they know who Lady Olive Baden-Powell is. And if they don't, buy cookies anyway, because they're really good. And now we can move on to those two lovely words, spring cleaning. I bet you're all really excited about that. But when did that start? And why do we spring clean? Spring cleaning didn't start off about just cleaning the house. It was more a tradition of getting rid of bad luck. So like everything else in holidays, it was a superstitious beginning. It came from let's sweep out bad luck and let's bring in good luck. Also, the cold, everybody's inside, hibernating, and when that breaks, it became, let's bring the outside inside so that we can freshen up the place. And spring cleaning, of course, like everything else, is a very old custom. Goes way back to European culture, but actually spring cleaning is celebrated throughout the world, just at different times of the year. In China, there's a big celebration which coincides with the Chinese New Year, which is a huge deal, as you know, and not just about champagne and wishing everybody a good year. They really get into some serious spring cleaning. And what they do is they sweep everything starting from the front of the house to the center and, of course, take it out the back door. And then they put the broom away for a couple of days. They want to make sure that they're not sweeping out any of the good luck that they brought in. It's also a big deal in Guatemala, but they celebrate their pseudo-spring cleaning in December. So if you ever go to Guatemala in December and you see what looks like Santa in a red suit but with a black hat and a black beard, you might be thinking, oh, that's what they use to celebrate Christmas time. But he's actually called El Diablo. He is the devil, and he's the one that ushers in bad luck. And what Guatemalans do is they burn him. So if you ever see Santa on fire in Guatemala, it's really the devil that they're burning, getting rid of bad luck and starting out fresh. So don't worry, they're not picking on Santa or American culture with our Santa Claus. They're just burning up bad luck. Of course, the term spring cleaning coincides with the weather. So when it gets nicer outside after a long winter, wherever you're at, it's time to spring clean. And I've got about 10 tips to help you spring clean this season. These are all by Shanna Freeman, who works with How Stuff Works and talking about home improvement. The top 10? Well, number 10, make a plan. That's right, whether your house is big or small, spring cleaning is kind of a pain. So make a plan on where you're going to start, what rooms you're going to do, and how long it might take. It's okay if you don't get everything done right away, as long as you have a plan. And then there's take your time. Maybe you want to get surface cleaning done right away, but leave the deep stuff for later, and that's okay. And you got to get ready. Get the right supplies, all the tools, rags, buckets, vacuum cleaners, dusters, whatever you're going to need to accomplish the job. And if you're getting rid of items, you may want bins marked trash, save, and give away or donate. Item number 7, declutter. Spring cleaning is kind of tough because you got to get rid of the stuff that's lying around first. Once you declutter those, then you can really get into cleaning. Next up, bring backup. I love that one. Yep, that's it. Get the group together to help you clean. Whether it's the family, friends, or hiring somebody, make sure you have people enlisted to help you get through. Number 5, always clean from the top down. That means going around light fixtures and walls to get those cobwebs out and use your Swiffer to put them in the middle of the room. Then you want to dust from top to bottom. And lastly, you want to sweep or vacuum. Get rid of all the bad luck. Make sure you go out the back door with it. Next, high traffic zones and shortcuts. That means take care of the busy places first. They really need the deep down cleaning. Like carpets being deep cleaned for heavy traffic or where the dog or cat sleeps. You want to maybe hose off windows and walls that get a lot of use. And number 3, be an early bird. I'm not so good at this, but most experts on spring cleaning say starting early will help you get through the task. Number 2, expired, retired. I love that. That means if the date on anything is way past, you need to throw it away. That means things in your pantry, old medicines, and even cleaning ingredients themselves can lose their strength in time. So make sure you get rid of stuff that's outdated. That's really spring cleaning. And that goes for your clothes too. If you look like you belong in 1980, you want to get rid of it. And the number 1 spring cleaning tip, take it to the house. What's that mean? Well, there's lots of other home maintenance type things that need to get done. That means fixing things, maybe caulking around windows or fixing broken doors. Maybe you can't get to those right away, but if you put them on your list, you'll make sure that the house is warm and safe before next winter. Those are the top 10 spring cleaning tips. Well, there's certainly a lot to do in March and a lot to celebrate, especially when we look at St. Patty's Day. But don't forget that March 17 also marks the day the rubber band was invented. Really, way back in 1845. What would we do without rubber bands? And you know what else? March 29th? That's a big day for a lot of you. Back in 1886, Coca-Cola was invented. So there you have it. That's everything that's happening in March and all the special holidays I wanted to share with you, both big and small. As for me, I am headed off to Hilton Head for a week of fun with the gals. I can't wait to see them all and share what's been going on in the last year. This is our annual trip, and it's just where I get together with the girls, put my feet up, and talk about life. So I'm looking forward to that. See y'all ladies in Hilton Head. Shout out to you. And as for you all, enjoy your March.
The Dr. Holiday Podcast is recorded at Resonant Audio and produced by Second Sense Creative.